We're going to come on to all fours, and we're just going to wiggle the hips side to side. And just enjoy the freedom of, again, I'm outside today because, I don't know, I just felt like I might as well do an outside rather than inside if it wasn't going to rain out, right? Whatever makes you feel good, do it. And being outside for me makes me feel good. So work your hips side to side, and then come back to center to a place that feels pretty neutral. Pay attention to what feels good for you, all right? There's a lot of things in our lives right now that are like being thrown at us, and we can feel that they don't feel good to us. Let's focus on the thing that feels good. Draw the elbows into the thumbs. Pull the belly button up to the back of the spine. That should feel good because that gives you more anchoring. Push down against the tops of the feet. I know I have my sneakers on. I'm probably going to keep them on because my heel's bothering me. And then hold the tops of your feet down. Lengthen your spine up long and just lift your chin up. And just roll your shoulders away from your ears for a moment. And then with an exhale, roll into your spine. Bring your chin in towards your belly button and hold the rounded spine. And then as you inhale, draw the crown of the head up, lift the tailbone up, and come up into that arch back into your cow. And on the exhale, bring the chin into chest and round. So we'll do that 2 more times. Emphasis of the not losing too much control in your shoulder zone. So you want to make sure that your elbows pull in towards your thumbs as you're rounding up and in. On the exhale, let it all go. We'll do it 1 more time. If you close your eyes and it feels better for you, you close your eyes. Hold the rounded spine. Keep it rounded, drawing another breath. And then with an open mouth exhale, let it all go. Shake it all out. Give it a ha. So we're going to move on the wrist a little bit. I like this one because I do tend to find that my wrists get overworked during COVID. I'm going to walk the hands in a little bit and roll my weight up to the tips of my fingers so that my wrists lift up. And then as I exhale down, I come down onto the heels of my hands and draw my fingertips up. So you're going to roll it forward and lift the wrist up, and then exhale back and turn the fingers up. We'll try that 2 more times. Roll it all the way up. Exhale, pull it all the way back. 1 more time, roll it up and hold. Feel the stretch in your wrist. Exhale, pull back, but this time tuck your toes under. You're on the heels of your hands with your fingers up, and you're pushing back into the balls of your big toe and your baby toe to feel a stretch in your ankles and your Achilles. So then as we push forward, like we're in a little racist block and we're going to push forward, we come up to the fingertips and really come up to the tippy toes, and then exhale, push back. So engage the lower body in this. Inhale, come up, poke the chest a little forward. Exhale, pull all the way back. 1 more time, inhale, pull up. Exhale, pull back, but this time we'll lift the hips and glide right into downward facing dog. Your hands should be pretty close to your feet, so you're more like in a puppy. Bend 1 knee and draw 1 heel down and just hold it. Then the opposite knee, draw the heel down and hold it. And then start to walk your heels out, your dog out, your puppy out, 1 heel at a time. Breathe. What feels good to you? Right? Let's focus on that right now. Inhale and exhale. Is it the stretch of your tight? So my heel hurts on the left side. So when I do this, it feels really delicious, like I'm taking care of myself. On the exhale, slide to the other side. And then come back to the tippy toes, bend your knees and come into that crouch position for a moment. This time your shins are lifted off the mat. And then slowly walk your hands forward, come into your plank. Hold your plank for a sec. We're not staying here long. On the exhale, drop to your knees. Come all the way down onto the mat. You're going to extend your hands out. So you're lying on the mat and you're extending the arms out. I'm just going to shift my screen so I can make sure you guys can see me. Awesome. You're going to lie on the mat and place your hands. I'm just adjusting you so you can see me when I'm on my mat. There we go. Whoopsies. Sorry, guys. Lie on your belly with your hands out like a T. Draw the shoulder blades together. You're on the fingertips again. Take an inhale, lift up. Take an exhale, come all the way down. So my emphasis for the first part of this is to think about deepening the valley between the two blades, shoulder blades. So I'm going to get that by pushing down against my fingertips, drawing the elbows in. See how my shoulders just rolled away from my ears? And coming up. I'm not doing that. That's going to hurt my back. Just coming up a little bit like a cobra. On the exhale, come back. Now we're going to start to move into this through our lower back as well. Push down against the tops of the feet, lift the kneecaps. Push against the fingertips, pull the belly button in. Tips of the shoulders come together, then the lower belly comes up. Breathe. Stay right there. I'm going to let Joanne in. There she goes. Take a few more breaths. Let's do that again. Joanne just left. I'm going to tell her to come back. Take a deep breath in. Bring your shoulders all the way up. And then exhale all the way down. So you're here. Pull it up. Exhale, come all the way down. One more time, pull it up. Exhale down. We're going to get ready. Bring the hands to the lower ribs. Pull yourself up to your upward facing dog. Draw yourself into your downward facing dog. And let's hold it in your downward facing dog. Take some deep breaths in and some deep breaths out. Breathe. There we go. We got JoJo. You're in your downward facing dog and you're hanging here. I want you to lift your right leg up towards the sky. With your right leg up to the sky, bend the knee and peel it open. You're going to bend the knee up towards the sky as if the kneecap are going to kiss the sun. Really spread some fun into that. And then on the exhale, bring that right knee all the way over to your right tricep. So knee to upper arm. I'm just adjusting the screen because the wind knocked it over. And then kick the leg all the way back. Bring that right knee to your right tricep again and pause. You can be on one knee if you need to and table. Kick it all the way back. Right knee to right tricep and pause. Kick it back. Right knee to right tricep, pause. Step the right foot all the way through. You're bringing the right foot to the outside. Hands to the inside. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, tuck that back to under. Pull it back. So we're inhaling and looking up. My hands are on the inside. Exhale, pull it all the way back. Two more times. Inhale, look up. Exhale, pull it all the way back. One more time. Inhale, look up. Watch this. I'm going to bring my left hand to the mat, my right arm to the sky, and I'm going to turn to the right. And just breathe. Take some inhales and some exhales. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Keep twisting to the right. We'll come back to center. Exhale down and hold right here. So hands walk out to the left as the knee splays out to the right, and just give yourself a little stretch. And breathe. Now, if you tuck that back to under, if that's okay for you, give yourself a little more. Pull yourself back to center. We're on the inside of this right foot. Right hand to the thigh. Draw the back heel down. Pull yourself all the way up into your warrior two. And breathe. Ha. Exhale. So the problem with doing yoga outside is the wind blows the iPad down every once in a while. So I apologize if I lose you every once in a while. Next time I'll know. Settle into this, please. Turn your right toe in. Bend your knees. Draw your right hand over left and hang. So I want you to really let go of whatever that junk that you have left in your head and in your body that's really creating toxic stuff in your body. Let it spill away from you. Yesterday I was with my great nephew, the 2.5-year-old, and it was such an awesome part of my day to go down to the beach, and we just sat on the rocks and we waited for the waves to come in and kind of hit us, and then the waves pulled out. And it truly is therapeutic to kind of tap into that. Inhale brings in new life, new light, new acceptance. Exhale takes away what you don't need. Pull yourself all the way up. Your left arm's already under. Walk your feet in a little bit if you need to, and move into a little bit of a eagle arm. Take the inhale, draw the elbows up. Take the exhale, open up the arms. Turn the right toe back, spread open the legs into your warrior two, and hold for a moment. We're simply moving into that peaceful warrior as we extend the front leg up. And then exhale, lean into that right side, push the left side in the opposite direction. Come right into your triangle and breathe. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Pull back to center. As you turn, we're coming back from where we started. We'll draw that left heel up, walk that right foot out, and we're picking up that right leg. Knee to tricep, pull it all the way back, bend the knee and peel it open. And then if you'd like to add the push-up, come into the high push-up. Remember the shoulder blades coming together here as you come down, and then the lift of the upper body to not affect the lower body too much. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Take some deep breaths. Walk your dog out a little bit. Give it a ha. Let's bend the knees a little for a second. Just do this little exercise where we kind of just bounce into our ankles. So that's going to kind of not make you so serious about where your stance is in your dog. Now lift the hips up. Exhale the heels down and drop your head. Sometimes we feel like we have to perform and we tense up too much. You want to pull back a little bit. The left leg is going to lift up, bend the knee and peel it open. Left knee. Really expose the kneecap up to the sun. It's there. I know it is. I know the sun is there. You guys know it's there too. Take a few more breaths. It's funny, on the right side I had to come and adjust the screen. Now on the left side I have to too. So I guess my balance is going balance here too. You're going to take the left knee all the way to the left tricep. And then kick it back. And then left knee to left tricep. And then kick it back. You do that a total of 4 times before we land the leg. So try it a couple more times. And then on the last one, you'll bring the left leg to the left knee to left tricep and pause. Pause right here. Hold it and then step it all the way to the outside. So your hands are to the inside. This is a little different from what I normally do. Just gets a different part of the psoas in the groin. Take an inhale, look up. Take an exhale, tuck it under and draw the toes up. Remember when we did that with our fingers? We're doing it with our heels now. So come back, inhale, lengthen. Take an exhale, pull it all the way back. Drive it through again on the inhale, lengthen. Take it back on the exhale. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Take it back on the exhale. Come back to land for a moment. We're going to go ahead and take that left arm up for a second. Just kind of turn yourself into a twist. Maybe the back leg lifts and it feels good to open up. Oftentimes we take our arms and we kind of just throw them up there. Really connect the arm to that shoulder work we were doing earlier. Feel it from your right heel of your hand all the way up to your left fingers via the middle body. And then exhale, come back to center, walk the knee down. You can turn that left toe out a little bit if you want, because you're walking to the right and hanging. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me do it. You are here, and you're going to walk it out a little bit, just like that, and kind of hang. Take some deep breaths in and some deep breaths out. And as you come back to center, you'll tuck that back toe under, moving into our warrior two. So warrior two is a really good warm-up because it's really opening up every part, right, of these guys and these guys. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Turn your left toes in and turn towards the wide, long part of your mat. Thinking the same way here, we're going to go ahead and bring the left arm over and come down here and hang in a ragdoll. Let your head go. Breathe in and breathe out. Give yourself some deep breaths. Really let the head go. Okay, we're going to go ahead by pushing against the feet. We'll pull ourselves all the way up. And we're already here. We're going to bring that arm under and just give it a little swinging. Pull it up, and on the exhale, come into that warrior two again. Moving right into our peaceful warrior, we'll bring that arm up and then push it forward. Exhale. Hopefully you guys did the right arm there. I think I cued the wrong arm there. Lift it up and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Focus towards that right thumb. Feel the stretch. And we're finishing the way we started. So as you exhale, you pull it all the way down. Walk that left foot out a little bit. You'll draw the left knee up towards the upper arm and hold. Come back into a high push-up. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale all the way back. So let's add a few extra push-ups there, all right? Take an inhale to the high push-up. Maybe the right leg is lifted. Body is in one long line. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale up. Exhale all the way back. Working through the left side. You know you're not doing this if it doesn't suit you. Left leg comes up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale all the way back. With both feet on the earth, come into a high push-up and pause. Exhale, low push-up and pause. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ha. Drop to your knees. Moving into a child's pose, really trying to get the upper back and the arms. So I'm going to take my right arm and thread it under with my palm lifted up like this. All right, and you're coming all the way down. Place the left arm on top. Let the right ear come towards that shoulder and just breathe. Inhale and exhale. So you're extending the right arm underneath with the palm faced up, and you're really trying to use the interlocked hands to pull that right shoulder out so you can really stretch it right here. Let the right ear come down towards the shoulder and breathe. On the exhale, come back up to center for a moment and shake it out. So you can see me on this side. I'm going to do it on the left side. My left arm comes under with my palm faced up, right arm on top. Draw the left ear towards the shoulder and breathe. Focus coming back to center as you slowly crawl it up. We'll walk our feet and our hands together in the middle of the mat. Maybe just pop yourself here. Exhale, swing into your ragdoll. Let your head meet the mat as best you can. Shake it out. Sometimes bringing the interlocked hands, this is good stretch for your fingers and your wrists, behind your head, helps to draw the mid-back out of itself. Like the mid-back gets really stuck. And when you use those elbows, a little bit of pressure kind of releases, like the tide taking it out. And then that's where you feel good. So you guys are smart. That's why you show up to yoga. You kind of like, we're kind of like zombies. We kind of walk to our mat because we know it's something we're supposed to do. Sometimes we don't know exactly why, but we just do it, right? That's what I do with the beach sometimes. I just walk down to the beach and sit on the rocks. Sometimes I'm exhausted, but I know it's always going to make me feel better. Take one more breath. Take an exhale. Place the hands towards your thighs. Lengthen the spine nice and long. Create that long spine that we just practiced in our push-ups in our long plank. And on the exhale, feel as if that belly button, right, is being met by this pole. So you're coming up and over the pole to find a little bit of kind of tiptoeing here. As you lift the hips up, drop the head down. Now watch, we're doing this like we did with our wrists. We're going to roll back into our heels and draw our toes up. So we're going to come back, roll onto the fingertips and lift the hips up a little bit. Try to separate. You want to get the lower part of your booty to lift up. And that's by drawing down against the balls of the big toe. And then on the exhale, come back. Feel the outer and inner edges of the heels as you curl the toes up. And then come back. Heels lift up, roll back to the toes. Try that a few more times. And now you really are solid in your feet. Bend your knees and slowly roll up to stand. You'll shake it all out. Inhale, bring the arms up towards the sky. Open up your feet to hip width if you need to. Hold for a moment. Actually, it's probably be better to open up your feet to hip width because we're going to do that balance pose. And we want to find as much anchoring kind of mental identity before we lift up, right? So as you draw that right leg up, You want to feel really, really rooted through your left foot. And you're going to place that right hand to the thigh. Then your left hand comes over it, lift up nice and tall. We'll place that leg out, and then we'll pull it back in using the shoulder blades we've been working a lot with today. So you're going to inhale, point the toe out, exhale, pull it in. Inhale, point it out. Look at my hands, they're fists. And then exhale, pull it back. So we're getting a lot done with one exercise here. Ready? One pose. Come back and hold. The lift is up. The arms come back, the leg lifts. Cross it all the way over and sink into that standing pigeon pose. Tips of the fingertips come together. So keep repeating same theme. Shoulder blades draw together as they push, and then you sink. Weight into the heels of that right foot, of that left foot, as if you're going to curl the toenails up. Breathe. Pull yourself back up on the inhale. Place that right leg all the way down and hold. Reach all the way for that right wrist as you lean over to the left. Really root down to the feet, maybe peek underneath. Glide it back up to center. Exhale, hands to the center of the chest. And just fold, like there's that pull right there by your belly button. Fold forward first. Then walk the hands to the left, push the hips to the right. Give yourself a ha. Walk it all the way back to center. Pull yourself back up. We're coming back out of this, kind of like a rewind. We'll go ahead and lift that right leg up. Kick it all the way out. Pull it back in. Step it down. Before we go to the next side, I want you to come into your Utkatasana and hold. From my Utkatasana, I'm going to shift my weight forward and my heels are going to lift, and then come back and my toes are going to lift. So you're going to shift weight forward, arms will lift up and back. I know I'm adjusting. The wind keeps blowing it, but you guys know what to do. You've been with me for a long time. Inhale and exhale. Next time we'll use my computer. Inhale, shift the weight onto the tops of the toes. Exhale all the way back. Do it 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. And now let's just hold it. So you're in Utkatasana and you're going to hold for a moment. Hold that Utkatasana. Sink your weight into the heels, right? Sink it all the way down and then pull yourself up to stand. And as you come up to stand, now we're going to the second side. So move the wrist around. Actually, do this for a sec. This is really good exercise for your knees and your ankles. And if you're already a little bit grumpy on that right side or the left side, this will help it out. We're lifting our left leg this time. So rooting down through the opposite foot. You're going to lift that left leg up. All right, lift it up. Your right leg's pushing down. Place the left hand to the thigh. Right hand and push. And as you push, draw our attention up through the belly. Awesome. Now you can kick it out and pull it in if you want with a point and a flex. Point, flex, point, flex, point. Draw it all the way up. On the exhale, take that right ankle or the left ankle over the right and exhale, sink into it. Bring the fingertips together and sink all the way down. Lift the chest up nice and tall and just breathe. Breathe. Ooh. Sink a little bit deeper. Really feel the outside of that left hip. And then as you pull that left leg forward, hold for a moment. Kind of adjust those hips so they're more even than not. Draw it all the way up. Maybe reach for that wrist and lean over. You're reaching for that left wrist and leaning over. All the way to the right. Pull yourself back up to center. Exhale, open up the arms. So we're coming forward here, hinging from the hips. Come over the thigh, nice and even, and then start to walk yourself out to the left with the hips moving all the way to the right. Pull it back to center, unravel. Come back to meet your Utkatasana. So you're going to sit into your Utkatasana. Sit really deep into those hips. Lift the chest up nice and tall. Draw the arms up. When you shift the weight forward, the heels are going to lift. And then as you come back, the toes lift. Do that 2 more times. Look at my hands. I'm swinging my palms to face up, and then I'm pushing down. So real emphasis today, really getting the feet, the hands, the wrists, the shoulders. 1 more time. because you feel good when you get all those things that are overworked and then they get tired and cranky and you don't even know it. Sit in your Utkatasana and hold. Really just hold. Your weight is shifting back. Your fingers are face forward. Take one more breath. On the exhale, fold forward. On the inhale, lengthen. Step back to your high push-up and hold. High push-up and hold. From your high push-up, go down to your low push-up and up to your upward facing dog, all the way into your downward facing dog and hold. So hang in your downward facing dog for a moment. We're going to the opposite side now. So it's your right leg that will lift up behind you in a three-legged dog. And then you'll bend the knee and peel it open. You'll bring your right knee over to your left tricep. Kick it all the way back. Right knee over to your left tricep. Kick it all the way back. Right knee to left tricep. Kick it back. We're bringing the right knee all the way to left tricep. You can either bring the knee down and come into side plank here, or you can extend the leg out and come into fallen triangle. If you're looking to advance this, you would grab the toe and lift it up. If you're good and you're here, you're just going to hang. Everybody's lifting, everybody's opening the heart. Everybody can hear the lawnmower. On the exhale, come all the way back. Kick the right leg back. Kick the right leg all the way through. So we're coming into warrior one with the right hand to the thigh and the back heel root. Bring your thumb to your hip crease on the right side and pull that right hip back. Inhale the left arm up and hover. So in yoga, we're talking about the distance from two places, right? But it's the middle that we're really balancing out. You want to feel the extension of the fingertips on the left side and the heel of that back leg, right? So as you push down against the outer heel of that back leg, that's going to bring that baby toe side down so you can lift up. Instead of falling into that, you're here. Bring the right arm up and hold. Yeah, find strength in that right leg. Balance it out. You got to open up your feet wider, you open up your feet wider. Similar to what we just did, we're going to inhale with the fist with our hands, and then we're going to exhale and push back. You can curl the toes back here if you'd like. Exhale, roll through the foot. Inhale, curl it back. Exhale, roll through the foot. Inhale, curl it back. Exhale, roll through the foot. One more time, inhale. Exhale, coming so far forward, we swing up. Hands come back like an airplane. Come right into your airplane pose. So it's a squared back hip. One of the key components of balance, it's strengthening your ankles and then lifting from your ankles to your shin, but it's your kneecaps really lifting up. So you got to get that VMO nice and strong. You want to feel that connection up in the upper knee to the lower belly, right up in your groin. Hold on to that. On the exhale, we're simply going to land it in a crescent lunge. Walk your right foot out if you need to, land your crescent lunge. So similar movement here as we go down and up. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together and then inhale, open it up. I want you to squeeze the booty. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, hold it. Inhale, straighten the back leg, straighten the arms and stay low. Place the hands to the center of the chest. We're going ahead and twisting over to the right. I'm just going to bring my arms out here. If you want to bring the left arm to the outside of the right thigh, you will go for it. Little bit of a different type of twist here. It's a higher twist. If you want to stay here with the arms more in the horizon, go for it. Take 2 more breaths. Feel that twist. I want you to feel, you know how this gets so stiff and it gets stuck? You ever have a jar that you can't open and you got walk around the house asking everybody to do it and nobody can do it? Sometimes this is what your ribs feel like, right? So this is that, like one person turning, the other person turning, and eventually it turns. Inhale, sweep the arms up, swing yourself into warrior 2 and pause. Sink down a little bit deeper, soften those shoulders. Inhale, pull yourself up. Exhale, slide yourself down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, up. Take the exhale and hold. Look towards your right fingers here, and there's where your focus is. This is where you stand in the present moment. This is where you're going. This is where you've been. But we stand strong in this present moment. Strong, settled, and maybe we feel what's good about it. As we flip the palm up and come into peaceful warrior, start to stretch that right leg straight, curl the toes back, and then swing all the way through to a high to low push-up. Inhale high, maybe the one leg is lifted. Exhale low, inhale up, exhale back. So if you've had enough, you're coming to child's pose. If you'd like a little bit more, you'll draw the right leg up, bend the knee and peel it open. Letting that right foot swing over. You move into your flip dog with your hips lifting up and your heart kind of shining up towards the sky. On the exhale, you'll swing around. If you're in child's pose and you want to join us, we're moving into our side plank again, right hand under shoulder. This time, legs are stacked, left arm towards the sky. Option to bring the left leg behind you and to go into wild thing. Maybe coming on to the top of that foot. That's a different option, and it stretches your ankle. Can you see how I'm on the top of the foot there and the back? And then come to your high push-up. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, bring in the new tide. Exhale, let go of what doesn't make you feel good. And it doesn't have to be all about, it's funny when you read about some of the readings that Buddha does, and Buddha talks about, good is not necessarily always our goal. Feeling uncomfortable, it sometimes teaches us what makes us feel comfortable. So I guess the whole idea is just to open up the eyes a little bit. Don't be so closed. Shake out the head. Let the heart just kind of settle a little bit. So for those of you who need a break, take a break. For those of you going to come with me just to power it up before we do the second side, well, come meet me. Come to your high push-up and hold. Drop down to your forearms and hold. Coming back up into your high push-up and hold. Now you could be on your knees doing this. We'll drop down to our forearms and pull it back up to our high push-up. We have 3 more of those to go. Drop down to the forearms. We're really using the abs here. We're really turning on the heat in the shoulders, back, and the arms. 2 more. All the way down, all the way up. Last one, all the way down, all the way up. Create that space to move into that downward facing dog and hold for a moment. Maybe cross the right hand over the left shin and peek underneath. Give it a little stretch. And maybe work through the other side. Give it a little stretch. And then gently guide your left leg up, bend the knee and peel it open. Definitely roll through that ankle and shake out through the head. And then glide the left knee to the right elbow, pause. Kick it all the way back. Left knee to right elbow and pause. Kick it all the way back. Left knee to right elbow and pause. Kick it all the way back. Left knee to right elbow and pause. So this is where you choose to either drop the left knee to the earth and come into your modified side plank, or you extend the leg all the way out, lifting the chest up. You can reach for the ankle, for the toe, all the way up here, whatever works for you. On the exhale, we'll come back, kick that left leg all the way back, bend the knee, peel it open, and slide it through. Moving into our warrior, drop your back heel down. Left thumb to the crease of that hip as you pull the hip back. Feel the same explosiveness in this back heel. So the distance between that back heel, right side, right fingertips, feel it as you pull yourself all the way up. Bring the arms up, hold in your warrior 1. Don't overgrip the mat with your toes. That's when you're trying too hard. So kind of relax, settle, sink. We'll take the inhale, draw it up, maybe curl the toes back, make this. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale, up. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale, up. Exhale, pull it back. One more time, inhale, up. Exhale, let's push it all the way through and come right up into our crescent lunge. Turning that baby toe down, lift the chest up nice and tall. There is a little bit of imagination here with your hands. as if you're pushing up against a pool of water. Lift the chest up nice and tall. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. So transitions are part of the practice. As you exhale into your crescent lunge, make sure that your right leg is landing more to the outside of that left foot and pretty wide apart. The distance between the 2 feet is usually about 1 leg's length. Dry the arms up. On the exhale, bend the back knee. Feel the elbows. See, the pointy part of the elbows are key here. They're pointing up towards the sky and tucked in towards my side temples. And then pull up. Squeeze that glute. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, pause. Start to stay low. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms as you turn to the left. Draw the arms across. If you want to go deeper, you could draw the right arm down, left arm up. Whatever works for you. Keep trying to feel the softness in your middle ribs. Since we've already done one side, you may get a little bit more movement on this one. Who knows? Drawing 3 more breaths. Feel that twist. And then spin yourself all the way up to land in that exhale, warrior 2. Settle. Shake out those shoulders. We're going to inhale, pull it all the way up. Exhale, push it all the way out. Inhale, up. Exhale, push it out. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, push it out. Inhale, up. Take the exhale, pause, and hold. Soften the shoulders. Create that peaceful warrior, maybe curling the toes up on the inhale. And slide yourself all the way through to a high to low push-up with the left leg lifted if you'd like. Exhale low. Inhale up. Exhale back. We're going right into that flip dog. So for those who are taking a break, take a break. Left leg lifts, right arm comes in a little bit. Flip your dog. The hips lift up, the heart shines. Breathe. Pull yourself back around into your plank and hold. Stack your right foot over left and come right into that Vasisthasana. So if you want to vary this up and you'd prefer to come into Wild Thing, when I do Wild Thing, I'm on the top of my toe and back. So I'm coming on the top of my toe like that as I lift up. Breathe. Come to a high push-up. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale all the way back. Extra series if you want it. Come into your plank. Drop down to your left forearm, right forearm. Left hand, right hand, come up. Left forearm, right forearm. Left hand, right hand, come up. That's 2. Left, right, 3. You got 2 more to go. Left, right, 4. You got 1 more. Left, right, 5. Come into your downward facing dog. How are we doing? All right, the wind hasn't blown us over. See, when the wind blows us over, we get back up. There we go. Right? Tide takes it out. We pull it in, right? Let's look toward our fingers. Jump to the front of the mat. Take an inhale, lengthen. Take an exhale, fold. Come up to Utkatasana. So let's do a sun salutation, right? We didn't do a full one yet. Let's move right into our sun B because we've done a lot of hip openers. Take an exhale, sink into those heels, lift the heart up nice and tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step back to your high push-up. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right leg through. Come right up to your warrior 1 and pause. Exhale, turn the hips and feel it. Inhale, draw it all the way up. And then move right into a high to low push-up. Or for those of you who don't want to do push-ups, you can just switch your left leg forward, right leg back. For those of you who are doing the push-up, come join us to the left side when you get there. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse, high to low push-up. And we're just going to keep going to the second side, and we're going to add on. When you get to the right leg forward, left heel back. Move into your warrior 1 and hold it. Exhale to your warrior 2 and hold. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, extended side angle and hold. Exhale, push away in that skandasana that we know so well. Here's the inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Curl the toes up, inhale. High to low push up, or skip that all together. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Left leg will step through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Dance out your warrior. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, push everything away you don't need. Exhale. Inhale, draw it all the way up. Exhale, sink into it. Inhale, curl it back. High to low push up. Inhale, high. Exhale, low. Inhale up. Exhale back. Going one more time each side. Right leg. Dive as deep as you can on the inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Curl it back. Inhale. High to low push up. Inhale, high. Exhale, low. Inhale up. Exhale back. Left leg steps. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, push it away. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale, curl it back. High to low push up. Inhale, high. Exhale, low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale all the way back. Come into downward facing dog and then all the way onto your knees, please. Come right into child's pose. Give it a ha. Breathe. I'm going to move us inside so you guys don't have to listen to the lawnmower. You're going to stay right there and breathe. Drawing some great big breaths. Inhale and exhale. Take about 4 more breaths in your child's pose. Maybe walk your hands all the way over to the right side with your hips going to the left. And then come back, move it all the way over to the other side. Inhale and exhale. Excellent. Let's come back to center. You're going to slowly crawl yourself up onto your knees. I'm just adjusting inside since it was so noisy outside. We're going to come up onto our knees. Get all my weights here. And we're going to come into this stance where we're going to go right into our camel's pose. So bring your fingers up your back and move right into this back bend. If you want to reach back for your ankles, you'll go for your ankles and lift your chest up nice and tall. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Whew. On the exhale, let the legs come across and sit back into Virasana. So if you need to sit on anything, grab a pillow, grab whatever you need to do. Lift your chest up nice and tall. Maybe hands to the thighs as you poke your chest forward. And breathe. We're taking our right hand all the way up and drawing our right ear to shoulder. Maybe peek underneath. Ear to shoulder. Pull it all the way back up. Let's do it to the other side. Left arm comes up. Draw the ear to shoulder. Exhale. Inhale, pull it all the way up. So that gets the front of those thighs and your feet. Come into your downward facing dog again, please. Pick your hips up and come right into that dog. Shake it out. You're walking your hands into your feet and your feet into your hands, and you're holding here for a moment. Exhale, shake it out. So open up your feet so you're in Malasana squat as you sink down. Elbows towards your inner thighs and just lift your chest up nice and tall. So my peeps that want to go right into crow right now, go for it. For those of you who are with me, we're moving into this twist. The right arm will come down, the left arm will come around. Here we go. This could be done sitting on a block or a pillow or on a couch, whatever feels good for you. For those of you who want to keep going and you want to add the bind to it, your hips will lift up, your shoulder will drop under, and you will come into that bind. This is a little bit of a prep for Bird of Paradise. It also helps with, it's called dragonfly pose, which I'll show you afterwards. We could stay here, or you could walk your left leg in just a little and take off. This is a harder takeoff than your Bird of Paradise. Pulling that leg all the way up, maybe kicking it all the way out. Try that or stay here. I'm going to sit on a weight, sitting on something to open up. Take 2 more breaths, play where you are. If you're not ready to come down, you won't. We're going to lean forward and come into a ragdoll for a moment. Walk your feet in just a tad. Inhale, lengthen your spine nice and long. On the exhale, fold forward. So we're staying on that right side. Right hand will come to the outside of that right baby toe. Left leg will lift up. Turning the left hip now to turn open. You're coming into Ardha Chandrasana. Bring that left arm up, maybe reach back and bow it out. Whatever works for you. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. As we turn the hip down, like we just were here, you're going to hold. You can either put that left foot to the floor and revolve and twist, or you can place the left hand where the right hand is. Lift the rib cage up and start to twist around. Here's the modification for that. You come up here and you twist here and you breathe. So I put both feet on the ground and I'm twisting. Similar to where we were earlier. Come back to center, both feet come on the ground, whoever you are. Place the feet on the ground, left foot behind right. Turn back to the front of your mat. Come onto the top of your foot. Lift up with your right thumb in front, all the way back. Reach. Exhale, finish this off with your left leg wrapping around. Your left arm coming under. Full eagle. Elbows lifting up, sink all the way down. So this is a little bit different balance sequence than what we normally do. Sometimes it's nice to kind of experience something different. Inhale, pull it up. Exhale, swan dive forward. If you want a high to low push-up, go for it. If you want to just come into Malasana squat, that's where we're starting from. Come back to Malasana squat and breathe. Lift the chest up. So this has been quite an interesting workout today between outside with the wind blowing everything down, and then inside, I haven't even prepped this room for being looked at, so just don't look at my house. Lift the chest up nice and tall, but I guess that's what we're talking about. When we have to adjust our sails, we adjust our sails. Left arm comes down, right arm comes around, and we start to work in that twist. Notice, I know on this side I'm much tighter, so don't start trying to get yourself under if it doesn't work. If you are doing that and you want to lift the hips up a little bit and draw that left shoulder under, you want to extend the arm out first like we did earlier, you know, that extension, and then pull it around and then get ready to group and kind of hold on to it. You'll draw that foot in and the takeoff is the hard part there. Go ahead and play with that if you want to play with it, or stay here. I'm going to use something to prep me up a little bit just to open it up and twist it up. We'll draw in 3 more breaths. Ooh. On the exhale, we'll come back to hang. Whenever you get there, we got to go to the second side. So it's that leg lifting up and you're moving into Ardha Chandrasana, prepping that hand to the outside of the baby toe. And now we open the hip up. Hip over hip, lift that arm up and breathe. If you want to bow it out, you'll bow it out. If you prefer to come up into triangle and keep all your feet on the ground, that's cool too. We are moving into that twist though. So we all close the right hip down towards the mat and we twist around that left leg. Either coming here for the twist of the leg lifted or coming here with the twist. Come back to center. As we guide it all the way up, we're going to go right up. Let's go right up into that eagle, drawing the right leg around, right arm under. Breathe. Find that balance, strengthen the ankle, release it, lift it, left thumb in front, reach it back. Exhale, pull everything together, bring it down. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step it all the way out into your high push-up. Slide it down into your low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back. Come onto your belly, please. Let your left ear come to the floor, look to the right, and give yourself a ha. We're almost there. We're almost at the end of our practice. We're going to finish with some stretching of the back of the legs, a back bend, some twists, and you guys will be out of here. Let's go ahead and look in the opposite direction. Inhale and exhale. And then come back to center. We're going right into to bow pose. So you're on your belly. We're swimming around and grabbing our ankles, kicking against the heels of your hands and lifting up into your bow pose. Go ahead, kick and lift. I like to lean over to one side and lean over to the other side. Whew. Come back to center. We're back to where we were when we started class. Hands are out to the side. Let the nose come down towards the mat and just breathe. So when we did it earlier, we were on the tops of our fingers and we drew the shoulder blades together. This one's a little bit different. We're keeping the right arm on the mat, and we're going to roll onto our right side. I'm going to go this way so you can see me from this side. I roll on to my right side. My left hand is here as a kickstand. There's a pretty significant stretch in my right, under my arm, by my bicep right now as I draw my right ear down. If you need a pillow, find a pillow. Left knee comes behind. Remember I showed you this today, wild thing? This is like a wild thing lying down. You could stay right here, or you could draw the knees up towards the sky and hold. This is an intense stretch for your shoulders. Don't go beyond where it feels comfortable. On the exhale, relax. Shake it out. Shake that right leg out, right arm out a little. Move around. So arms back to where we started at the beginning. Maybe come up to fingertips to start and then come down onto the heel of the hand. The right arm is your kickstand to push you over. Stack right hip over left. That feels good. You stay here. If you want to bend the knees, you'll bend the knees and you'll kind of just drop the ear. Give it a twist. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. It's a good one. That one opens up your chest. Gets ready for back bends. On the exhale, come back and join me. Swim your arms around to reach your ribs. Lift your chest up to move into that upward facing dog. Slide yourself back into puppy pose. So this is actually really puppy pose. On your knees, puppy pose. With your hips lifting, chest and chin coming down, and just relax into it. Breathe. Swing yourself all the way up. Come to sit with the legs in front. Moving into our finishing sequence. Shake out your legs a little bit. Lift all the way up. On the exhale, come forward. Let the forehead fall down towards the knees and enjoy that stretch. Ha. Woo. This is like a smorgasbord of a class today, right? We had different rooms. We had different sounds. We had different sequencing. Lift it all the way up on the inhale. Exhale. We're going ahead and twisting over to the right. I'm not mirroring you this time. I'm twisting with you. I want you to come up on the tented fingertips of your back hand. You know how to do that. And really ignite the energy in your shoulders and your hips. On the exhale, let the arms just swing over to the other side and give yourself a reverse twist. And then just swing yourself back up. Inhale. Exhale. Bend both knees. Poke the chest up. So we're going to take that right leg out. And then we're going to exhale and cross it over and sink into this hip flexor. Now, if you'd prefer to do pigeon, rock and roll back and forth and go into pigeon. For those of you who are with me right now, we're just going to walk our chest more forward toward our calf and just kind of rock around in that hip zone. If you're in pigeon, go for it, forward facing. For those of you who are with me, we're going to roll it back, slide that right arm under, and then hang here on that juicy hip stretch. So if it feels more comfortable to be in pigeon, you're in pigeon. I like to do this pose every once in a while because sometimes I think I take pigeon for granted and I kind of don't think when I do it, which is good sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't get that muscle that I need. Let's draw in 3 more breaths. Okay, if you're in pigeon, you're going to go ahead and kick that leg back and make some circles with it. If you're with me, you're going to take that right leg and you're going to make circles like so. Just making circles in one direction and then the other. Awesome. Place that leg all the way to the floor. Pigeon people, you'll just go right to your left side. My people with me, we're going to sit it up for a moment. We're going to bring the hands to the floor, lift the hips up, draw the left leg cross and sit down. Pigeon people, left knee to wrist, go right into it. We're just shaking this out a little bit and then rolling it down to the mat. Go ahead and thread that left arm under and just wiggle around. Breathe. Oh, some days it feels so much tighter than other days, and sometimes I don't know why, right? What is it? Mine is not the reason to worry why. Exhale, just let it go. And then we're all going to do this together. Take that hip and move circles around in one direction and then the other. And then we'll come to squeeze. Pigeon people, you'll come to join us eventually. I know we still have to do a twist on that left side, but we'll come to squeeze, right leg over left, bring the forehead towards your knees and squeeze everything in. Take the legs up towards the sky and pull up. Maybe place your hands behind the thighs and gently pull in. Feel that nice long stretch in the back of your hamstrings. On the exhale, bend the knees, let the left leg come and cross, squeeze everything in. Rock yourself side to side. So that little rocking motion kind of jiggles those tight muscles and says, hey, participate. Don't you want to be part of this? Right? It makes it kind of more fun for those muscles. And then we'll exhale, come back up. This time we're going to squeeze the knees to the outside of the armpits and move into that happy baby bug pose. Really, 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 that kind of like let it go. On the exhales, you deliver a huge exhale. So everything is gone. You are just letting it go. And then on the inhale, straighten out those legs. Give it a little straddle stretch. Maybe move side to side. Awesome. Pull yourself back up to center. Squeeze the knees in. I like to come here in my calves and squeeze up. If you like to do just a little bit of this, you could do that. If you like your upside down pose, candle pose, go for it. We'll draw in 2 more breaths, and we're all going to rock and roll it all the way up. Lift up nice and tall. Move into our staff pose, lifting up on the inhale, drawing the intention forward on the exhale. Let the head go. Bend into your left knee, twist to the opposite side now. You can bring the hands here and just twist here. You can bring it all the way with tented fingertips behind you to really twist and open. Pull yourself back to the other side on the inhale. We're going to exhale, bend the knees, lift the hips up. One more time. On the exhale, come to sit on your sit bones. Your legs are coming up and you're holding. So let's open and close here using the abs. And if you want to make it harder, you'll lift your arms away from the mat. Just for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now it's in and out. In and out. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Beautiful. 4, 3, 2. Hold, open, hold. Sun's coming out, you guys. Pull in, hold. Place the feet to the floor, forehead to the knees. Hard work is done. We just have to do our bridge and our final spinal, and we're going to call it a day. Come all the way down on the floor. We're going to place the feet to the floor, lift the hips up to the sky. Grab the edges of your mat and just hold in your bridge. We'll do 2 of these, bridges or wheels. Your choice. So remember when we talked about at the beginning of class, feeling the bottoms of your feet and rolling from your heels to your toes. I want you to really feel the 4 points of your feet. Lift your hips up a little bit higher. And then 1 vertebrae at a time, come all the way down onto your mat. We're going to go one more time. Lift the hips up on the inhale. If you're moving into a wheel, your fingers are faced towards your ears, and you're going to lift up into your wheel. Take some deep breaths in and some deep breaths out. Really go to those lower lungs. One more breath in. On the exhale, come all the way down. Soles of the feet together, rest in Supta Baddha Konasana. We're going to prepare for Shavasana in a moment. Let's squeeze the knees into your chest together without crossing left leg over or right leg over. Just squeeze it in. Let the knees go to the right, head and arms to the left. Come back to center, move it around a little bit. Knees to the left, head and arms to the right. Come back to center, rest in Shavasana. Shake out your legs. Find a place that works for you. Take some inhales and some exhales. Shake out your right leg, shake out your left leg. Give it a ha. Breathe. And start to tune into that whole theme of the waves coming in and the waves going out. The inhale brings light, love, acceptance. The exhale takes away what you don't need. And then it makes you more present to kind of be more aware of what you need to open up to rather than close down, right? Start to feel the soft side of that breath really affect the thinking brain so that those worry lines start to dissipate a little bit through the side temples, through your jaw, through the tip of your chin, the roof of your mouth, maybe through your gums. Same thing through the back of your throat. Relax it as you swallow. Let it slip down. And then feel it in the center of your chest, through the tips of your shoulders, through your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, and your fingers. Let it go. Ha. You have arrived, my friends. We're going to keep letting it go. So we feel the way that it spills down through the center of your body, through the tough part of your glutes where we really tense up and we get rounded and tight and stiff. Through the front of the thighs, the tops of the knees, the tops of the shins, tops of the feet, the tips of the toes. And then feel that sensation too through the bottoms of the feet that we've talked a lot about today, right through the mounds of the big toes, baby toes, tops of the toes, bottoms of the feet. And then feel it up through the Achilles, the calf, the backs of the knees, the backs of those quads, from the bottom of the spine to the middle of the belly to the center of the chest. You have arrived, my friends. It's your Shavasana. It's your party. You can cry if you want to. Isn't that a song? Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. I'll call you back in a few breaths. Enjoy the ride. Let's try in one more breath from the inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Let it all go. Woo. Extend the arms behind your head. Extend your feet. Bend your knees. Pull your knees in and make a little circle in one direction and the other. Let the knees fall over to the right side, head resting on your hands, and give yourself just a little friendly reminder of all the good things you are made up of and how good you may feel. Or not. Just awareness is always good. Remember, we show up, burn brightly, live passionately. And when the moment is over, when our work is done, we step back and let go. Victory to our spirits, peace to all beings. Let's come to a seated position, sitting nice and tall. Extension of the spine is critical here, so you want to push that chest forward, lift up nice and tall. Take an inhale, draw the arms all the way up and over your head. With an open mouth exhale, let it all go. Hands to third eye center as we bow and surrender to our true self. We say, Namaste. Namaste, my friends.